Yo, what's up gamers? So basically for the past 2 weeks, me and a couple friends have been pouring our entire lives into skyblock. Right now, our objective is to be the first island to hit the 50 million coin cap on the bank. If I go check our balance, we have about 21 million coins, and we have about another 4 million coins and ember rods that we're selling on the auction house. According to admins, no one's even close to reaching our balance, so in this video I'm going to be showcasing our strategy to get around 15 ember rods a day. And by the way, each ember rod sells for about 250 to 300k on the auction house. For the people that don't know what an ember rod is, I'm going to quickly explain it. The ember rod is the strongest weapon from early to mid game, and it can only be obtained by killing a boss in the Blazing Fortress. Usually this weapon is hard to get because there are a lot of people camping the boss and it spawns every few hours. Even if you do kill it, it only drops one and there can only be one person that gets it, which makes it a pretty rare item. Before I tell you our strategy, I'm going to tell you one thing that can be good or bad depending on the situation you're in. So hypixel has this thing called pickup priority, or PP for short, where basically the first person in the lobby has priority to pick up items over any other player. Alright, so pay attention to the order that we're going to join the lobby in. I joined first, and then Hasko joined, and then Jen. And if we all circle around, I'm going to drop an item, and we're going to see who picks it up first. So I should always pick it up before them. And this random dude will pick it up before any of us because he was here first. Alright, we had to swap lobbies, but we joined in the same order. But if I drop this piece of dirt, I will always pick it up before Hasko and Jen because I was in the lobby first. But if I throw this piece of dirt, since I'm out of range, Hasko will pick it up before Jen. And if Hasko backs away and I drop this, Jen can pick items up, just proving his inventory is not full. And again, showing that I will always pick it up before them. And I will always pick up before Jen because I was there first. This is easily abusable when going for ember rods because once the boss dies and everybody pearls on him, granted you pearled at the same time as everybody else and you pearled in range of the rod, you will pick it up before anybody else. One thing that I see people get wrong all the time is that bosses only spawn at night. What actually happens is once a boss dies, the server starts a 2-hour timer, and once the 2 hours is up, it'll spawn another boss. As soon as we figure this out, we would immediately start a 2-hour timer, and we would have to write down the server code, and if you don't know how to get that, I'm going to highlight it on screen. And if you type /whereami in chat, it'll show up in the orange text. About 10 or 15 minutes before the boss spawns, we send someone over to the Blazing Fortress and try and find the server that we need. Now, let's just say I warp here and I'm not in the right server. You just take the launch pad back and forth until you find the one that you need. Alright, so now I'm going to go over the strategies that we use to actually get the ember rods. At first, we tried just pearling on the loot as soon as the boss died, but since we were joining late, we had low pickup priority, so this almost never worked. We figured that if we couldn't get to the loot fast enough by pearling, then we need to find a way how to be there when the loot dropped, and the only solution to that is being there when the boss spawned. In order to do this properly, we knew that we had to be super geared, so we found out that hardened diamond armor is the best, combined with a maxed out sword. The enchant that makes this all possible is Giant Killer 5, which pretty much just does a lot of extra damage to any mob that has higher health than you. So yeah, this strategy worked only about 75% of the time, and the reason for that is because sometimes the boss has invincibility for a second or two for reasons we still can't figure out. So the only way to counter invincibility is actually to have invincibility yourself. And you might be wondering, how can you get that? Well, if I go and craft this neat little item, we get a bone helmet, and basically what this does is it gives you bones around you. So basically what these bones do is, if I get shot by the skeleton, I won't take damage, but I'll lose a bone, and you can see it's taking the bones away each time I get shot. Once I run out, I can actually get damaged again, but a cool little trick is you can just take your helmet off and on, and you get the bones back.
It started raining avocados from my avocado tree.
Was this man barking up the wrong tree?
I told him, get the hell out of my tree. He says, I'm going to pick your avocados, old man. What are you going to do about it?
What would prompt you to do something so stupid, sir?
Guacamole.
Next, Judge Judy.